There was a question, and I always forget what it means. Sachkhand.
Sachkhand, okay.
Yeah, Sachkhand.
Okay.
Can you explain?
Okay. So here's what our beliefs are. And these are quite similar to other beliefs also. We believe that God was all alone in the beginning. Before everything came in, there was God, right? And so we believe that God created all creation. And we believe that the power emanating from God, whether you call it the holy word or the shabd or the naam, had two components, light and sound. And what is very interesting is that the scientists today, when they talk about the Big Bang theory, that's one of the theories, they have the wave theory, they got the Big Bang theory. They also talk about, when they're getting like kind of few seconds as to what happened, they talk about light and sound coming up. So the shabd, or the holy word, or the naam, is that power which created many regions of existence. So our belief is that the first region that was created called Sachkhand. Sachkhand means the region of all truth. Sach is truth and Khand means like a region. So Sachkhand means a region of all truth. So we feel that was the first, that's the most conscious region. And then we believe that as that power came down, other regions came into being. And the second region is called the supercausal region, or we call it Par Brahm. And the third region is called Brahmand, or the causal region. And the fourth region is called And, or the astral region. And the fifth region is called Pind, or the physical region. So we feel that in this fifth region, as that power came down, it started picking up matter with it. Okay? And so with matter came illusion. So this fifth region, the region of Pind, has our Earth, has our solar system, has many, many other galaxies. Whatever is physically there, we feel, is in this region of Pind. Okay? And so we feel that to inhabit these regions, God took parts of God, which we call souls, to inhabit these regions. And those souls, when the soul was in Sachkhand, because at the first place, then it was totally pure, it was totally conscious. But when it came to, let's say, Par Brahm, because there was some intermingling of illusion there, it needed some kind of a covering to operate there. When it came to the causal region, where there was more intermingling of matter and consciousness, then it needed a second covering. When it came to the astral region, there was more matter than consciousness. It needed a third covering. And when we came into this physical region, we needed this fourth covering. This physical body is our fourth covering on our soul. That's what our beliefs are. Okay? And the covering needed so that we can operate here. So in this covering, in this body, God provided us with these physical senses. The sense of sight, the sense of hearing, the sense of smell, the sense of taste, and sense of touch. And so we operate through those five senses in this world. Okay. So as we gravitate here, then we can talk to each other, we can listen to each other, we use these senses. But the reality is not the body. The body will die, but the soul is not going to die. So we feel that this human body, which has been called the roof and crown of all creation, because in the East there's this belief that we call them 84 lakh, which means 8.4 million of species. They believe that there are 8.4 million of species. And what is very interesting is some of the scientists who did research on this came up, and in England a paper was put out about 10 years ago, and they said their belief is there's between 7 and 9 million of species. It's very interesting. And these saints from the East have been talking about 8.4 million of species.
Wow.
It's very interesting. And so the soul, they say, is giving life to everything. And so they say the human body is the roof and crown of all creation. And it is in this body that God has provided us with the single or the third eye. And with the faculty which we call vivek, which is we can discriminate between right and wrong. And so once we use that, as we collect our sensory currents here, with help and guidance, we can soar into these inner regions. So we can go from the physical to the astral, astral to the causal, causal to the supercausal, and then to Sachkhand. And that's where our communion with God happens. So that's the belief in this tradition. So Sachkhand is our eternal home from where we came. This is our temporary home. and we need to figure out a way of going back. And then you say, then you're off the wheel of transmigration. And that's what moksha is all about to us.
And the masters hang out in Sachkhand.
And the masters are hanging out Sachkhand. There are all kinds of masters. There could be some coming from the first level, some from the second level, some from the third level. It's just like you have primary school teachers, and you have middle school teachers, and you have high school teachers. Then you have college professors. So.
Now, aren't there 3 more after Sachkhand?
Well, there are 3 distinctions of Sachkhand that they've made. These are not after, they're like a part of it. Agama, Roshar, and Anami. So there are 3. And these are special regions, but they all encompass in Sachkhand.
Those have a corroboration, say, in the Hinduistic thinking or the Vedas?
That's coming from the
Turiya
Veda. Yeah. It's coming from the Vedas, yeah. Suryapad and all that stuff. But what is very interesting is, even in the West, they talk about 22 regions of silence. So there is talk about regions of silence.
Wow, I didn't know. There's always another level of silence.
Yeah.
I love it.
That they talk about getting more silent, more. But in the East, we talk about these 5 regions, and then, the 5th one has 3 more demarcations.